So you have to create a movie for a class, but you don't know where to begin. And so you want to enter a trance, become hypnotized, so that you'll be able to connect more directly with the creative energies you know lie within you. It's interesting. I do believe that this could help you figure something out. So here's the deal. I'm going to take you to a safe place in your mind, a place where you feel completely comfortable. And then your subconscious mind will guide you wherever it wants to go, and hopefully it'll come up with something that could be of some use. Now, as soon as I snap my fingers, you'll be in this safe place in your mind. I'll help guide you through. What can you see?
Well, I don't know. I was just in this place with a whole bunch of trees. And then all of a sudden there was a gargoyle in one of them.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
In your own subjective sense, what does the term gargoyle mean to you?
I mean, I don't know. As a kid, the cartoon was one of my favorites. Gargoyles, They turned to stone during the day, but they awakened in the night. Everyone thought they were monsters and ostracized them. But the thing is, the gargoyles always did the good man's work. They were only evil in the eyes of those ignorant. So I guess to me, gargoyle means awakening from static life, being a statue, becoming my own source of light, regardless of how that light is perceived from the outside. Just knowing that I'm doing the right thing.
And you were the gargoyle?
Yeah. I mean, I felt like the gargoyle, like it felt like me. That's the thing. Didn't feel like I was just looking at it. I felt like it. Felt like I was him. I mean, I guess this is a different way to look at things, but honestly, this hasn't helped with my lack of a project at all. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, let's take you back under.
I don't know, Doc. There's a lot going on. I mean, I guess first of all, I don't know what I want to do once I graduate. I don't know if I want to go to grad school or not. I mean, I don't want to go to grad school, but I don't know if I have to go to grad school or not. I don't know whether or not I go. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Like, if I don't go, how am I going to get a job good enough to pay for all the debt that I'm already in? And if I do go, I mean, first of all, I don't want to. Second of all, where would I go? Would I move away from my family? Or would I stay there even though I don't really want to? I'm thinking I might move to a place where I don't need a car. I've been having a lot of car trouble lately. And I'd just rather not have to deal with that. It's another thing I have to pay for. You gotta pay for everything. I was talking to an international student from Turkey the other day. Apparently, all of their education is free. And I guess it's the same for like France and all these other countries. It's ridiculous. This is a business. And I completely bought into it. It's too late to drop out now, though. I mean, I guess I could fake my death. Skip the country. Just not worry about all my loans. That probably wouldn't be the responsible thing to do. So, I don't know, maybe... I just don't want to have to deal with all these things. I guess these are all things that are like pertaining to the future. Right now, things are pretty rough too. I was just sick for the past 4 weeks. Had strep throat for the first time in my life. Got rid of it. Came back 3 days later. I have tests I gotta study for, papers to write. I have a freaking movie to make. I have no idea I don't even know what it has to be about. It's for a psychology class. Professor said it has to have something to do with some psychological theory, but honestly, I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know how you turn a movie into a psychological theory. Or turn a psychological theory into a movie, I guess.
Have you spoken to the professor about it?
No, I haven't. I'm just not going to. I don't want to.
You know, it's fine to ask for help.
I mean, I could ask him, but I'm not going to. I just told you I don't want to.
You could make this entire movie only to find out it doesn't apply to the class at all.
I could, but YOLO.
Excuse me?
YOLO. You only live once.
I'm sorry, I don't see how that relates.
It doesn't matter. I don't even believe it. That you only live once.
Oh, so you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, more or less.
You want to try something different?
How different are you talking?
Would you like for me to guide you through your own subconscious mind?
Like, hypnotize me?
Yes.
For what?
Well, you came to me for a reason. You have a lot in your mind. I believe it may benefit you to see things from a different perspective. It's completely safe. Then I'll guide the session wherever you want it to go.
Will I be aware of what's happening?
You will be in complete control. If you want to come out at any time, all you have to do is open your eyes. It is recommended, however, to allow the session to end on its own, as jumping out too early may leave you feeling a bit disoriented.
Alright. Yeah. Let's do it.
Wonderful. Is there anything in particular in your life you want to address here?
I actually think that we should focus on the movie right now. Yeah. Let's just focus on the movie. Yeah. Yeah.
The movie. Alright. We can try and tap into your creative energies a bit. Okay?
Where the hell am I?
And you see, through these frequencies of understanding, we are able to see that the universe is nothing more than an energetic hologram manifested for the sole purpose of experiencing itself. In other words, I am you, and you are me. All sex is masturbation.
Excuse me.
Is there any reason you just looked in on my lecture?
Oh, no, I was just confused, I guess.
There's no reason to be confused. All the answers are inside you.
Why do I not know where I am?
What are you talking about? You're right here. Where are you going?
Not here.
So much for the safe place in my mind. What is this? What is it not? Bright? Where am I? Well, you went a little bit too deep for the psychologist. You actually stepped out of time and space. And I'm all that's left? You're all there is. So it's really all that empty? Existence? Yeah, if that's how you feel. Wait. If that's true, then who are you? Oh, I'm just the same type of idea you play with in life. You know, that body is just an idea. Well, that's cool. So I can do anything. What do I do now, though? You're God. You tell me.
Oh, you're back. You seem to have gone too deep for my guidance. What did you see? I would say God. But honestly, I don't know. Well, did you figure out what you want to do for your movie? No, I mean, what I just went through in there was the same situation that I'm going through out here. You know, it was essentially me in a void, and I could do anything I wanted to in there, but I ended up not doing anything. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening with this movie. What if I were to tell you that all of this were happening inside the movie you're trying to create right now? Well, I'd call you crazy. Hypothetically, though, that would mean that the very process you're going through to find your movie becomes the movie itself. You know the quote, "The journey is the destination"? I mean, that's a good point, but the movie would really have no plot to it. Not necessarily. Now, what if the movie were an analogy you're using to convey your own journey of self-discovery? You see, currently you don't know where you want to go with your life, but by going through these processes and staying true to what feels right in the moment, you find yourself exactly where you want to be, right when you need to be there. You know, I think I want to be a clinical psychologist. I didn't like the idea before, but like something clicked recently. It's like the psychologist becomes a mirror into the patient's mind. You know, during the session, he's completely empty himself. And so he becomes like a pristine reflection to see deeply into the essence of the patient. You know, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the idea of making that a part of my life's work sounds really good. Well, that's brilliant. You see? Just by going through the motions, finding out what you need to find out in the moment, things just fall into place. It's almost as if the universe is simply waiting for you to help yourself. But the movie, though, the movie is completing itself. You will wake up from this trance as soon as you are ready, and you will know exactly what to do. You never had to find your creative energies. All you had to do was simply just let them come through.
So have you had any progress?
I feel like I just learned a whole lot about myself. Wow. I feel like my entire life I've been afraid to express myself the way I've wanted to. You know, I've always like essentially killed myself, killed who I am, like in order to fit into these boxes that people would put me in, like just so I could fit in their boxes. It's foolish. It doesn't even make sense. It's like ever since I've been a little kid, I feel as if I've been the statue, and it's like it's time to wake up. Like nighttime always comes, and that's when the gargoyle shows its light. You know, I feel like it's time to wake up.
That's cool. I mean, I was referring to the movie, though. You know, that's what I was asking about.
Oh, the movie. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I could just make the movie about all the journeys we just had. You know, like. More important than the movie, though, is all these things I've learned, you know? Like. This wasn't even the intention. Like, I've learned so much through trying to make this movie. But also, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like at the same time, it's like without the movie, I wouldn't have figured out these things about myself. You know, it's like the movie isn't just an end. Like, the movie isn't just like the goal. It's like, it's also a means to another end. Because it's like we have the movie here, and then we have all these things I've learned about myself. And through the process of making the movie, I'm learning about myself. But I'm only learning these things about myself because I'm making the movie. So it's like, through the process of creating, you're learning about who you are, what you are. Is this making any sense?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you got the creation process, pretty thoroughly understood. So I think you just gotta film the whole thing.
Where the hell am I supposed to start with that?